Good day, esteemed viewers. My name is Jennifer Odang. I'm a penultimate law student at the University of Jos and also an undergraduate intern at HARLEM Solicitors. Today, I'll be delivering a lecture on the topic, the control of mergers and acquisitions in the Nigerian telecommunications industry. Mergers, acquisitions, takeovers, and buyouts have become widespread in numerous industries, leading to the largest wave of corporate consolidation in history. Almost daily, media reports of giants purchasing one another appear. Behind the scenes of Nigeria's telecommunications sector lies a powerful phenomenon that holds the key to its unparalleled growth and innovations, mergers and acquisitions. Let us explore the captivating saga of strategic alliance and corporate courtship and discover how these transformative deals are shaping the very foundations of connectivity and driving transformative shifts in the industry. In recent years, the Nigerian telecommunications industry have witnessed significant growth, fueled by the ever-increasing demand for digital connectivity and communication services. As a crucial player in Africa's telecommunications landscape, Nigeria has witnessed a flurry of strategic mergers and acquisitions that have reshaped the competitive landscape and driven transformative shifts in the industry. That being said, in this lecture, I will delve into the motivations behind these mergers and acquisitions, examining the driving forces that push telecommunication giants to consolidate their operation, expand their market presence, and gain a competitive edge. I will also be analyzing the regulatory framework, approval processes, and government policies that shape the mergers and acquisitions landscape in Nigeria. Additionally, I will also be speaking on the benefits and risks of mergers and acquisitions in the Nigerian telecommunications industry. And finally, I'll be presenting real-life examples of mergers and acquisitions that have occurred in the Nigerian telecommunications industry. Mergers and acquisitions are sometimes used interchangeably. However, they are not the same terminologies. Mergers is a legal activity in which two or more corporate bodies combine to form a single entity, whereas in acquisition simpliciter, a company purchases all or part of the shares of another company to gain control of that company and retains its own name and identity. Now, this is where it gets a bit technical. Mergers and acquisitions in the Nigerian telecommunications industry are mostly horizontal mergers, simply because the companies involved operate in the same industry, that is the telecommunications industry, and also on the same product lines. All mergers, acquisitions, and joint ventures involving telecommunication companies incorporated in Nigeria are regulated by the Nigerian Communications Commission, hereinafter referred to as the NCC, and must be undertaken in strict compliance with the provisions of the Nigerian Communications Act 2003, hereinafter referred to as the NCA 2003, and the Competition Practices Regulation 2007, which was published by the NCC in pursuant to the Act and the various licenses issued under the Act. Section 90 of the NCA 2003 authorizes the NCC, the communication sector regulator, to determine, pronounce upon, monitor, administer, and enforce compliance of all persons with competition laws and regulation, whether of a specific or a general nature as it relates to the Nigerian communications market. Pursuant to this authority, the NCC established through administrative rulemaking the Competition Practices Regulation 2007, hereinafter referred to as the NCC Regulations 2007, which provides in Regulation 26 that the NCC may review any merger, acquisition, or takeover that has occurred in the telecommunications industry. However, this merger review power of the NCC is exercised concurrently with the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. However, unlike the 40% threshold that was stated under Sections 36 and 39 of the Federal Competition Commission Bill 2005, Regulation 27 of the NCC Regulations 2007 provides a lower threshold of 10%, as well as the procedures to be adopted by the NCC in determining whether or not to approve the combination of businesses and activities in the telecommunications sector that will not constitute antitrust violations. That being said, the Regulation 26, Regulation 28 of the NCC Regulation 2007 further restates the exclusive jurisdiction of the NCC by providing that any transaction that is made under Regulation 27 of the NCC Regulation 2007 will need the approval and notification of the NCC. The import of Regulation 28 of the NCC Regulation 2007 is that where a proposed transaction involves any of the circumstances described under Regulation 28 7. Paragraphs A, B, or C of the NCC Regulation 2007, a prior notification and the approval of the NCC will be required. The licensee shall submit a written notification and request for approval at least 60 days prior to the completion date of the proposed transaction and be accompanied by at least the following: 1. Identification of all persons involved in the transaction. 2. A description of the nature of the proposed transaction. 3. Financial information of all persons involved in the proposed transaction. 4. A description of the communications market in which the persons involved in the proposed transaction operate. And 5. A description of the effect of the proposed transaction. Further, Regulation 29 of the NCC Regulations 2007 further confers on the NCC the power to request for additional information toward granting an approval. Regulation 30 of the NCC Regulation 2007 states that within 30 days of the receipt of a submission of a completed approval, the NCC may either give an unconditional approval or give a conditional approval or deny approval or issue a notice instituting an inquiry. Now, what are the benefits and risks of mergers and acquisitions in the telecommunications industry? Mergers and acquisitions in the telecommunications industry in Nigeria can offer several benefits and pose certain risks. Some of the benefits include: 1. Increased market shares. 2. Diversification. 3. Synergy. 4. Enhanced competitive position. And 5. Expanded customer reach. Some of the risks include regulation hurdles and financial risks. That being said, some of the examples of mergers and acquisitions that have occurred in the Nigerian telecommunications industry include: 1. Bharti Airtel and Zain. In 2010, Bharti Airtel, an Indian telecommunications company, purchased Zain Nigeria, a subsidiary of the Zain Group, and became one of the leading telecom operators in Nigeria. In 2008, MTN Nigeria purchased VGC Communications Limited to form a new entity called MTN Nigeria Limited. And finally, Visaphone in 2011 purchased 100% shares in the sum of 2.7 billion naira in Celcom Communications Limited. In conclusion, the regulation of mergers and acquisition in the telecommunications industry is regulated by the NCC in such a way as to foster fair competition, enhanced innovation, and also to safeguard consumer interest. Thank you very much. For more information, please visit our website on www.harlemsolicitors.com and follow our social media pages on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you very much.